Hi and welcome to the live stream. We will be starting shortly. Let me know how the audio sounds. Thank you to Peacock Media Praise. How's everybody doing today? I hope you have some questions. Hey Nico, good to see you. It is just about that time. Hi and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Courier and I am here to help you build a foundation for YouTube success. I want to thank everybody who has joined us today for our first live stream here on Creator Fundamentals. It's an exciting milestone for the channel to reach 100 subscribers, and since that time, which was about a week ago, I think we're up to about 130. So we're going strong, we continue to build, and I owe all of you a big thank you. So thank you for subscribing, thank you for following the channel, and certainly thank you for coming and checking out the live stream today. So here's how it's going to work. What we're going to do is I'm going to share with you 3 resources that you could be using to grow your YouTube channel in the beginning. And then after we wrap that up, we can see if anybody has any questions, maybe do some channel reviews, and also I have a couple giveaways that I'd like to get to. So I'm going to go through the entire presentation of those resources first, and then hopefully you guys can stick around and we can chat for a little while. So here it goes. Don't mind me while I'm doing this. We're going to post this as an additional video on the site. So bear with me for just a moment and we will get going. Hi and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Courier and I am here to help you build a foundation for YouTube success. Today I'm going to share with you 3 resources that you could be using to help grow your YouTube channel. Now the first resource is maybe one you've heard before, and that resource is TubeBuddy. Now if you have heard of TubeBuddy, but you're not currently using it, I certainly recommend that you go out and download TubeBuddy. It is an excellent tool. I use it every day, and it can help you with everything from keyword research to actually creating your thumbnails. And it is just an absolutely valuable tool that it's one of those things that once you start using it, you kind of wonder how you did YouTube without it. So now the second resource is actually a website. Now this website is something that I've been using for a while, and it presents analytics in a bit of a different way from a lot of other channels in that it focuses on strategy. But rather than me ramble on about it, I thought it would be best if Nico from MorningFame actually told you about it himself. So take it away, Nico.
Hey YouTubers, I'm Nico, the founder of MorningFame, and I think it's pretty safe to say that MorningFame is unique in a sense that it's focusing on strategy. Let me give you an example. MorningFame has all the statistics about similar channels, and with that can see how your channel is doing, where it's doing good and where it's doing not so good. For example, let's have a look at the graph for my channel. You can see here that the weakest spot is my views. And we can even click here and see more details. First of all, we can see here that my last week was not so great. But more importantly, I get a lot of views from subscribers. What is weak though, is that I get only a few views from visitors, also known as non-subscribers. So I should do more promotion for my videos. And MorningFame goes even one step further. And if we scroll down here, we can see the videos that did really well on my channel and also did particularly well to get views from visitors. So if I do more of those videos, I have the chance to grow my channel and also iron out the biggest weakness on my channel, that is getting views from visitors. Alright, let's give it back to Dan. Thanks for having me.
Alright, thanks a lot, Nico. Now, this third resource is kind of a triple threat. You may have heard of him. His name is Brian G. Johnson, and he's bringing you 3 very valuable resources that you could be using to grow your YouTube channel. First, he is a YouTuber. He actually shares strategy as well to build and grow your channel on YouTube. You can check him out at Brian G. Johnson TV on YouTube, but that's not all he's offering. He also just released a book called Tube Ritual. I will provide a link to pick that up on Amazon down in the description below. That book is some insight in how he took his channel and grew it to over 10,000 subscribers in just a year. Pretty awesome stuff. And if that weren't enough, he also has a Facebook group also called Tube Ritual, that has a ton of great members, a lot of valuable resources to interact with other YouTubers, you know, kind of pick their brains, share some of the struggles you may be going through and find solutions. Really great community to be involved with, and I definitely recommend that you take advantage of that one. Just to recap, those are 3 excellent resources that you could be using to grow your YouTube channel. We have TubeBuddy, great for keywords and creating thumbnails. I actually use it on a daily basis to create my thumbnails. You have MorningFame, which is an excellent website to present to you not only your analytics in a very visual way, but also provide you with some strategies and some ideas on how you can tackle some of the weak areas and areas for improvement and help grow your channel. And of course, last but certainly not least, we have Brian G. Johnson with his YouTube channel, the book that was just released, which is now available on paperback or Kindle, as well as his Facebook community. All awesome resources. So that's all the time we have for today. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. My name is Dan Kjpargeter, and you're watching Creator Fundamentals. Thank you. So how'd I do? Is that pretty good? All right, so what I'm going to do here, let's try to, hey, 9 people, that might be a record. So it's good to see anybody here. The first live stream is always a challenge, so I absolutely appreciate all of you coming and checking it out today. So let's see, just want to hop into the comments and see. Doug Houston YT, thank you so much for stopping by. MorningFame, Nico at MorningFame, the man with the great website. Peacock Media Craze, thank you so much. Jelly Duck 100, I see you in there as well. Thanks for joining. Now, is it DJ Tronuk? I don't want to mispronounce that. Thank you so much. I see you quite often sharing your thoughts. And hey, it's Dre. How are you, my man? There's some really really good videos on his channel. You should check those out. Well, thank you, Doug. 8 a.m. Where is it 8 a.m. right now? Where are you at? All-inclusive resort videos. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm going to do my best to look at the camera occasionally. I tried to place my camera so I could look at it and the comments at the same time, so I wasn't staring off into the abyss, but all a learning process, and we'll do the best that we can. So Looks, oh, Australia, excellent. Yeah, I actually knew that, but apparently had a brain lapse, so. Good to see you guys stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope the videos that we've put out thus far have been helpful to you. If you have suggestions for future videos, definitely share them on the Creator Fundamentals Facebook page. And also, you can, the Facebook account that I post from in that group is actually, you can friend that group, that profile as well, if you'd like to be able to direct message me with any questions. 1 a.m. in Kuwait. Thank you so much for visiting. That's awesome, man. Very good to see you. What am I looking forward on YouTube? What am I looking forward to? Helping you guys grow, man. The reason that I created Creator Fundamentals is all of these forums and stuff that I talk about in these videos are forums that I actually belong to. And you see so many new people coming in that actually kind of spin their wheels for much longer than they need to. They talk about wanting to grow and you know, they'll come in frustrated when they don't grow. And a lot of the times they're not doing just the simple fundamentals that you could be doing to help grow your channel. So I'm going to beat my microphone around here, but yeah, the whole purpose of Creator Fundamentals is not to become some super guru of YouTube. It's to help all the new people who just got into YouTube that spin their wheels for just an excessive amount of time. What I wanted to do is be able to engage with them early on in the process so it doesn't take them a year to figure out how YouTube works. That is the absolute goal of this channel, and it is my personal goal to try to give that information to small YouTubers as early on in the process as possible, and you know, hopefully add some additional value above and beyond that. JellyDuck100, I use both YouTube and VidMe. I actually post on VidMe also on, yeah, I guess I do it on both of my channels, just to see what that community is all about. There's also another website that I use that is heavily trafficked by small YouTubers, and that's called trending.com. If you've never checked that out and you're a small YouTuber and you want to get some traction on some new videos, definitely share it over there. It's a bit of a smaller community and it's a little bit easier to get your head above water and actually get your content in front of some people, you know, and get the wheels spinning. So that's definitely an excellent resource, and I recommend you try that out. So I see a couple more people hopped in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. So it is Christy Freya, admin extraordinaire and trending queen. Thanks, Christy, for stopping by. If you go into the Hall of Fame section on trending, Christy Freya's face is everywhere. I think she holds like, I don't know, it's like 17 of the top 20 spots or something. So she is actually the admin of a small YouTubers group called Small YouTuber Community. That's another awesome community on Facebook that if you're not involved in, you should certainly join it. I can't stress enough that what I found early on, and I still believe is the case, is the two most important things in trying to grow on YouTube are community and consistency. So if you can get involved in communities, as many as possible, ones that are actually engaging and not ones that are sub for sub or link drop, because they just aren't, they don't give you any value. People drop their links and you never see them again, and nobody's looking at each other's videos. So definitely a community like small YouTuber community that is admin by Christy. Awesome way to interact with small YouTubers, pick their brains if you're into, you know, some of those tags and other type of small YouTuber sharing videos. That's a great place to be in, to interact with others and do that type of stuff. Collaborations are another great way to grow your channel and get some additional, you know, get your videos in front of other people. So, yes, Christy is definitely well represented on trending, that's for sure. Small YouTuber group, excellent. Anyone using Reddit? Oh my god. Nico at MorningFame. Reddit is my nemesis. I actually shared this in the Creator Fundamentals group. It is the hardest site to navigate in terms of trying to assume it is, you know, straightforward and what you might expect it to do. For the longest time, every single video I posted on Reddit was rejected. I probably posted 20 videos in a row because every little subreddit has its own special set of rules, and trying to figure out what all of them are before you actually post is a complete nightmare. So what I actually did is I went on Reddit and I created my own subreddit. If you create your own subreddit, then it's your own rules. So I created the Creator Fundamentals subreddit, and I'm sharing all the videos from this channel there as well. So if you ever get Reddit figured out, there is a subreddit called Creator Fundamentals. I definitely recommend checking it out, upvoting some of the videos, share your comments, and subscribe to that subreddit. So see that, Christy? You're famous. Oh, no kidding. Trending was actually started by the guy who admins unknown videos. Thank you, Airborne Surfer, and welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you checking it out. Awesome to have you here. Yeah, I'm kind of passively trying to engage Reddit. I certainly, it's not one of my core strategies, but the way I look at marketing in terms of your YouTube channel and getting your word out is you kind of want to plant as many seeds as possible in a bunch of different places. You know, maybe you do 15 seeds and 5 grow into actual traffic sources. But the way I look at it is the more you get out there in different places, the more opportunities you have for that seed to grow and to actually grow, you know, be an actual traffic stream. Trending, for example, in the early stages of Creator Fundamentals is 33% of the traffic that I get on my YouTube channel. And that's a pretty decent chunk. I would love to meet somebody, Christy, who actually understands Reddit. Because it seems like it's just absolutely maddening how that whole thing is set up. So how did the intro video, for those of you who were here, was that playing clear? I didn't have the opportunity to check out how smooth the stream was. Was sound and audio, sound and audio, that's funny. Audio and video, did everything look good? Did it play, no buffering or anything? Twitter is hard. Twitter's probably one of the harder ones to actually grow a following on, just because it's so fast-paced and there's not really a community so much on Twitter from what I've seen. And if there is, and you know how to build a community on Twitter, definitely share that. But I almost feel like Twitter is a complement to other communities. Thank you, DJ. Oh, Airborne Surfer, everybody jump on him. He understands Reddit. Start taking notes. You might want to have to start a how to use Reddit YouTube channel. I just feel like with Reddit, it seems like the information that you should know before you post, to me, I believe in leading with the headline. I work as an analyst in my day job, and what I always tell people who submit requests to me is lead with the headline. Tell me exactly what you need in the most concise form and start with that. If you have some special request or something, don't make it the very last line of whatever it is that you're presenting. And I feel like with Reddit, the information that you need to know is not front and center all the time, but perhaps Airborne Surfer can shed some light on exactly how that... Yes, Ash the Gamer, I see you, and yes, I said sound and audio. Oh, so see, apparently you have to smooth talk it according to Airborne Surfer. It's more like a dance. What? I don't even know what that is supposed to mean. But yeah, I'm slowly working my way into Reddit, trying to figure that out. So how many of you guys actually watch Brian G. Johnson already? Interesting. How many of you guys have read the Tube Ritual book I have behind me? How many of you guys actually like to read? Maybe that's what I... Hello, James. Thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate you checking us out here. Well, that book that's behind me, that's the book I'm giving away. So one of you guys is going to get that book. You know, to be truthful, I'm not much of a reader, but that book was an easy read for me. I actually enjoyed it. So, and it takes a lot, but it's very engaging content, especially because of the value that it's presenting to you in its pages. So, that's definitely see a little bit of buffering on my end, but it's definitely all information that you can actually use and apply on your YouTube channel. So that's definitely helpful. And I'm going to see how many times I can say definitely in a sentence. So stick with me. We probably have a couple more. The other book that I just got, how do any of you guys follow Gary Vaynerchuk? Yeah, it is. It's a good read. And that's why I knew before I was even finishing it that I was going to give one of the books away on this channel, because it's definitely something that you should read. Hopefully by winning it and not having to buy it, you might be a little more motivated to do that. So, okay, so... Does anyone want to take a look at their YouTube channels? Because what we'll do, if anybody wants me to throw your YouTube channel up on here and provide some feedback, we can certainly do that. And then, yeah, Gary V is definitely the guy. All right, so let's see. The first one that I saw was James. Hang on here. Let's take a look at James. Is it James? I'm not sure how to. Is it Goats or Gets? Antique Man. So James. Like the old school logo. Okay, so hang on 1 second. No, actually we want this one over here. All right, I'm just gonna bring up James's channel and we will take a look here real quick together. Stop that so it doesn't blast us. All right, so here, let's take a look here. Antique Man, new videos Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday. Definitely like the classic van on there. And let's see what we have. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. And okay, let's see what we got for videos. All right, so let me just, I want to do one other thing here. Put that over there. You're welcome, James. All right, so let's take a look. You definitely have the... I like your channel art. It's very to the point. Tells you exactly what it is that you're trying to do, and you know right away what your channel is about. I assume your channel is about antiques. If your channel's not about antiques, you might be going in the wrong direction, but that looks pretty good. Looks like for most of your thumbnails, you're incorporating your icon, which is good. That allows people to know. You know that it's related to your brand, and I see a couple that don't. I don't know if that's an oversight or that's intentional. And the one thing that I did notice here, let me just check here real quick for playlists. I like your liked videos. All right, so I do see that you have a couple playlists. So here, look, on your main channel page, it looks like you've pretty much set it to, be customizable based on how this looks. But what I would actually do, instead of just having your uploads here, I would actually go down to the bottom and click the add section and pick individual playlists and display them horizontal, and then add as many playlists as you can. I think you can have like 10 sections total. And by adding each playlist spread across the page, it's going to give a lot more exposure to your content. I would also sort each of your playlists by popularity, so your videos that have proven to get the most views are seen first and can drive additional views to your channel. Early on, your focus should be about you know, trying to get some views and grow the channel. So getting everything like that, or getting your most popular videos to the top, is a great way to you know, try to drive some more traffic and build up your views. All right, let's see, and got that all filled out. You have click to subscribe, some of your, yeah, so I think you're on the right track. You're using the same type of font. I might, yeah, I think you're all right on that. I would just make sure that you keep that theme consistent through all your thumbnails, so when somebody does cross a thumbnail, a lot of times what happens is somebody will be watching your video and then they'll get suggested videos next to it. And if they're interested in what you're doing, they might look for your other videos on the right hand side. So if somebody's looking at your fidget spinner video and you have this top 5 things to buy and resell to the right, they might not recognize that that's yours, and you might miss an opportunity there. So that is what I would suggest on that channel. I appreciate you volunteering to have us take a look. Now, all right, here, and just gonna pop back into the comments real quick. Looks like DJ, thanks. See you in a little while if we're still hanging out. And yeah, I do like his channel art. Probably doesn't work for serial content, right? Yeah, you can choose to, I have actually found, I actually have come across some serial type playlists that were sorted by popularity, and I do think that is a bit confusing. So I don't know that I would sort, you know, something that is sequential in that fashion by popularity. It may cause more headaches than it's worth. MorningFame, I like how your thumbnails always show the antique items. Yeah, it's definitely straight to the point. It tells a story and lets people decide whether they want to continue to take a look at that. Mental B, thanks for joining. We are still here hanging out. I appreciate you stopping by. Okay, awesome. He uses the icon all the time. And all right. Okay, so just because it's the order that I looked at, let me pull up the next channel, and that is, and I apologize if I butcher this name, is it Draconicros? Or is it, trying to look around my camera. I was watching a podcast or an interview the other day, and the guy said that as an effort to not constantly be looking away from the camera, that he actually places the camera dead center of his screen, which is what I'm doing here, but it poses some challenges occasionally. I find myself having to peek around it every once in a while, which probably looks awesome on live stream, but if you see me doing it, that's why. So we're gonna check. Ooh, I like those. All right. Subscribe. All right, so is the, yeah, I guess that is, those are sharp thumbnails. I like those. I'm assuming by that's kind of your, the dragon with the purple mane is your branding, if you will. That looks cool. And the popular uploads, you know, so here's the thing. Yeah, this is, I'm live streaming with OBS. Does everything look good so far? But yeah, so you gotta break that out into syllables and tell me how I'm supposed to pronounce Draconic Rose. Or is it Draconic Rose? Anyway, let me know. Let me know how I'm supposed to be saying that so I don't keep butchering it. But I love the channel art. I'm assuming it's a gaming channel. I do see, so you have your popular uploads as your top list on your channel, and what it looks like is that some of these videos might have been made before you started doing these sharp thumbnails. And Draconic Rose, perfect. I didn't know because the R wasn't capitalized. I didn't know if that was pronounced as Rose or not, but yeah, Draconic Rose, awesome. So we see your brand up here. We see that it's a gaming channel, so that's pretty straightforward what you are, what your deal is here. So as I was saying with your popular videos, some of these older videos that are a year old don't have a thumbnail. I would actually go back to them and create thumbnails for them. And the you can actually go back and upload a custom thumbnail. You can actually use TubeBuddy to create a custom thumbnail. But I would go back and create a thumbnail relevant to these videos, just so when you're leading with your best content, even if it is, you know, a few years old, that you can, it just looks a lot tighter in the presentation, because you have some killer graphics on these videos, and they're kind of broken up by an occasional Minecraft screen print. So if somebody came to this channel, I think, and every single one of your thumbnails was just, you know, popping with these cool thumbnails, I think they'd be blown away and they'd subscribe for sure. So just something to consider. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but one of the things that I certainly did with my older channel is go back and rework all the thumbnails, or as many thumbnails. What I actually did is I sorted by popularity and made sure that all of the ones that were coming up in those popular thumbnail or playlists were covered with thumbnails, so I know at least that my front page would look nice and wrapped up. All right. Thank you for that heads up. So here is his channel. If you haven't seen it, I'm sitting here talking to you about it. The way OBS works is you have a studio mode which provides a transition from one to the other, and you really have to push the transition button or else you never get to see it. So this is his channel. Those are his thumbnails. They are, like I said, they're pretty sharp looking. The other challenge is trying to look at his content and the chat at the same time. So these are all the things we will iron out in future live streams, so you guys can see all the cool stuff that I'm looking at. Or otherwise, you're just screaming at me in text and I can't see you and I'm rambling on. So, all right. But as I was mentioning, everything looks pretty good. He has the unified branding between his thumbnails and his header. He has popular videos up here, and he does have, now this down here, I would probably go, I actually prefer the vertical or the horizontal single playlist view like this for all of these. So I would probably do this whole list as individual playlists, so you have, you know, multiple rows of these 5 videos across. I just think it's a nice clean look and provides a lot of content, or, you know, exposure to a lot of your content. And let's just take a look here. Got that all filled out, looking good. Put your social media and everything else set up in there, and so yeah, I think you're definitely on the right track. Is there, I noticed that the icon here is the dragon in it is slightly different than your channel art. Is there a reason for that, or it's an artist, Felixani Arts. So that's good. You had somebody do that? Because I would almost imagine having like this guy right here as your icon, but as long as that all plays together and the people who follow your gaming channel who are interested in your content knows what that means, I'll leave it to them to be the experts. So, hey, Sean Springall, thank you very much for stopping by the live stream. I appreciate it. Ah, I gotcha. Cool. Whatever works for you, my man. All right. So I think that's pretty much for it. Spread out your playlists a little bit, because I just kind of feel like you're watching, oh, check out all these cool, and then this kind of breaks it up a little bit, and then you're back to it, and then you have more of this. But it would look really sharp if you just had rows and rows. Let me just see what your total video count here is. Yeah, I definitely think you could spread those out some more and get that looking sharp. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we are going to grab the next person that said pick me. And we will see who that is. Just going to take a look. All right. So the mic, I just passed the thing. What mic am I using? This is on MXL 77, I think, or 770. I use this plugged into an M-Audio M-Track audio interface, which basically transitions these mics to USB. So okay, so let's see, input. All right, so the next we're going to look at is Peacock Media Craze. We're going to check out that channel here, and I'm going to do my best to pull it up. Here, let's do this. We will transition to my mug for a second, and I will bring that up. And let's see. have the feeling I have. Yes, I've definitely been to this channel before. Has a very green screen vibe to it. All right. Peacock Media Craze. And I will transition so you guys can see. And then get your chat back up so I can actually see what everybody's saying. You can volunteer for tribute too, Doug, if you'd like to. All right, so let's see. So Peacock Media Craze. Checking out her channel. I want to see, you've got creative playlist, popular. I see that you're using a consistent, on some of your videos, you have that green background and the red font, which is kind of your, seems to be your branding. What I would consider is the red against the green background is not as contrast as you would like it to be when it's small. If you look down here, the Who Watches, both in the font that's kind of tight, and also red almost looks, I don't know, it kind of looks muddied against the background sometimes. So if you want to use these color combinations, you might want to try doing something like a black border around the red font, or try to choose some more colors that are opposite each other, a little more contrast that pops. So, and I see that on some of your thumbnails you're using the green and others are not. I don't know if the green was a recent change and you're working on making everything consistent. If not, I would recommend, or consider trying to get a consistent theme across all of your thumbnails and your header, so that way people can recognize your videos and your fans will be able to notice, like I said, in the suggested videos on the side, if they're watching one of your videos, they want to check out the next one, that's where they're going to find it. So check out the total video count. Yeah, it looks like some of your older videos had different thumbnails. So over time, it's not something you have to dive into, but over time, I would go back and work on trying to update your thumbnails to a more unified theme. Yeah, the green is a challenging color, because it's kind of, it can be very shocking to the eyes sometimes, so you really have to kind of find that right balance with it. Like that doesn't seem super green, but some of these are a little bit, they're just very let's see, trying to think of a good way to be able to use the green. Green is a tough color, so you may also want to consider using a font that's a little bit easier to read when it's smaller, and finding some contrast, or maybe transitioning to green text and maybe like a black background or something like that, just a way to provide some contrast. Yeah, you got to play around, because so obviously everybody wants to use contrasting colors with thumbnails. I saw Airborne Surfer thumbnails are hard, man. Yeah, they are definitely, they certainly can be difficult. What I want to show you guys, but I would definitely focus on trying to get your thumbnails uniform. On your home page, I would actually change this to, instead of doing created playlists, actually list your playlists individually like these, and I would put them to the top and sort them by most viewed. So what I want to show you guys is, back to me for a moment. I'm going to show you two things here. All right, so the first thing, this is Creator Fundamentals channel, and these thumbnails are focused on high contrast. So it's really, you want to use like a bold, thick font that's easy to read, and then you want to try to make the text pop and be able to, one, draw their, somebody's attention quickly and get them to click on the video. So you really want to work on standing out, but standing out in a good way. You don't want to be offensive to the eyes. Airborne Surfer says this is the worst channel ever. I agree. It's awful. But now, so the inspiration for the way that I do thumbnails, some of the guys that I follow, I'll show you. It's kind of a combination. So if you've never heard of Nick Nimmin, Nick Nimmin does some excellent thumbnails, and I just want to show you. Well, actually, we'll go back to his homepage, because the way you configure your homepage is when you do the horizontal playlists, it just gets so much more content in front of you. But the way he chooses to do his thumbnails in terms of being consistent or being branded is his face. He actually includes his face in everyone. So when you see a Nick Nimmin thumbnail, you know that's what it is. Now, the other thing, the other person that I've kind of drawn inspiration from, not so much from having the world's greatest thumbnails, but the idea of incorporating your branding into your thumbnails. And I love, though, and I totally stole this from him, the way that he actually does this with the video creators on the side, because it allows you to get your branding on your thumbnail, but it still leaves a rectangle for you to build just like you would your normal thumbnail. So you can put that in there. You're working with a slightly smaller space, but then you can create the thumbnail however you would with no consideration for your branding, because it's always there on the left-hand side. And the way that I actually do this is I create that side branding in GIMP, and I actually just created, it's just an image, and then I create my thumbnails with a screen print and work in TubeBuddy, and then I overlay my logo or my my branding over them. So yeah, so that's definitely how I chose to do the that sidebar there. Right, inspiration, exactly. Yeah, and that's what I've said. There isn't a lot of, there's not a lot of completely original ideas on YouTube, and I think that's something important for small YouTubers to remember. When you are starting out as a small YouTuber, one, don't worry about people who claim you're copycatting somebody, because they're probably copycatting somebody else. And it's not so much, you definitely don't want to go out and try to clone somebody, but if you draw inspiration from bigger YouTubers and then you use that to put your own personal touch on it, there's nothing wrong with that. There's not a ton of original ideas on YouTube. So if you want to draw inspiration from others, I certainly think by all means go out and do that. Now, you don't want to go out and copy everything they do and make every video they make. That's not the point. But if you can, use some of the techniques and the tricks that they do, and a lot of people love Casey Neistat, and they go out and they try to make a video as exactly like him, and that's not really how you're going to grow on YouTube. You have to show people your uniqueness, what you are as an individual, and incorporate that into your channel, or people will kind of see through it and you probably won't get any traction in terms of growth. So, all right, enough about the thumbnails, but I just wanted to touch on that because somebody had asked about them in the chat. So I just want to say hello real quick. I see, is it Mamu the King? Thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate it. We still have Sean, who also joined, said hello to him earlier. Hey, it's Dre. Tim77, thank you for joining. I will definitely check out your channel, Tim, but I think there were a couple channels higher up on the list, so let me just take a look here real quick. and we shall see. Ages trying to, yeah. I'm just looking at Christy Freya's comment. I spent ages trying to perfect my thumbnails. It took me a long time to try to find a thumbnail style that I liked, that I could reproduce. And I have actually gone back and redone thumbnails over and over again. So if you're not happy with an older thumbnail, don't feel like it's set in stone. You can absolutely work your way back through your old ones and, you know, touch them up and get them so you like them and consistent with the new ones. Peacock Media Craze is looking for someone to draw her peacock. Walking dogs. Honestly. So I'm just reading a comment about getting an artist to do artwork for you for under $20. I don't know if you guys ever heard of a website called Fiverr. It's FIVERR.com. That is an awesome website for getting artists and graphic artists and with a bunch of different skill sets to actually create some awesome stuff for you. So for as low as $5, you could have them do maybe your channel art or your thumbnails or whatever the case may be. So, and check, let me just see here. I see Tim again. See, they need to create a way in the chat where you can tag things on the way through. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to skip over anybody. So we're going to make sure. Oh, I think I scrolled back to, hey, stupid, you are not showing anybody the channels. Hey, let's play old games. Thank you for joining the channel. All right, so the next one is all-inclusive resort videos. Let's check that one out. Inclusive resort videos. All-inclusive resort, not resorts. Okay. All right, so let me show that to you guys. All-inclusive resort videos. Get the chat back up there. I need like 4 screens to pull this off, so I'm curious how many screens other YouTubers use. But all right, so this is all-inclusive resort videos. Go ahead and give you a subscribe, and I can't remember if I subscribed to Draconic Rose, but I'll make sure I go back and do that if I didn't. So, all right, all-inclusive resort videos. We just want to stop that from playing there and take a look here. 9 months, 9 months. 2 years. Well, I definitely want to go on vacation now. The one thing that I would say about these is I see it seems like some have your, oh, maybe is that it? Maybe that's it, teeny tiny there. I might actually try to make, so these, where is it, down? I might actually try to make the logo about that big so you could actually make out what it is. And maybe even try to add some contrast. A good trick when you're using text on photographic backgrounds is to create a border around the text in an opposing color. So that way, if you're on a light background and it's a black font, the black will show up. But if you have black font on a black background and you have a white outline on it, then you're going to see the outline and see the text. So that's something certainly to consider. Your icon, I would probably work on making that, it's a little tight in the box. Maybe resize that a little bit and get that to fit in there. And yeah, I mean, you definitely do. Some of these, and I assume, I don't know if these are screen prints from the videos. Some seem to be more engaging than others. Like, I don't know what this particular location is, or whether this person is the actual thing, that's some reason that somebody would actually go to visit there. But, you know, maybe something that actually showed the resort might be a better option. And also on your home page, you should have a lot more videos spread out on this home page. So I mean, unless there is a business reason, I assume this is in support of some type of resort business. I mean, that's my assumption based on what you're telling me that these videos are about. So I would actually try to get more videos displayed, and you can do that by, I actually did in the video that I did about using playlists, I think it's the one about playlists, will actually tell you how to make it customizable. And once you've made it customizable, then you can list a bunch of horizontal playlists. We have actually playlists. We do have playlists, and they look like they are all right, but you have playlists by, okay, good. So yes, at the very least, I would take, you obviously have these that have a lot more videos. This Cancun and Riviera Maya, I would, you know, break those down into horizontal playlists and get all those thumbnails spread out across that front channel page, so you could, so people see it and it pops, and you know, you're showing them all the possibilities of where they can go and check all that stuff out. So that's what I would do with that. And check out your about page. I would probably spend a little more time on your about page, and you know, maybe share some of your business information or whatever it is, if that's what these videos are actually here to do. And that is about it for that one. Transition. Hey, what do you guys think about this background? Do you think it's just ridiculously too busy? I've been using a green screen, and I'm kind of considering dropping the green screen in my videos. I wouldn't necessarily use this specific background. I just figured I would do this for the live stream. But what do you think about a more natural background on the Creator Fundamentals channel than actually going and using that green screen effect? And while you are sharing your thoughts on that, I am going to look through the chat real quick and try to find out who was after all-inclusive resorts. Mental B. Mental B is going to be our next victim. I mean, volunteer. All right. Yeah, I think a lot of people see the green screen effect as a more professional, quote-unquote professional look. It makes them consistent, it makes them recognizable. I just fear that they, over time, might get boring. So, but try to mix it up for you guys and keep it interesting. So maybe mix in an occasional non-green screen video. Yeah, that might be a good idea. All right, so the next channel we're going to look at is Mental B. And we will see what Mental B is up to. All right, so Mental B, subscribe. Alrighty. Okay, so just off the bat, well, the first thing is, I'm assuming by the graphics that you are a gaming channel. And there's a little bit of a, well, maybe not a little bit. The correlation between your icon and your channel art is a bit unknown to me. It's a really cool icon. I like it. I just don't see how it actually relates to the content of your channel. The other thing that pops out is on your home screen, instead of listing your playlists like this, I really think that horizontal, the single, you go in and you add section, single playlist, horizontal, and then select your playlist. It's going to spread out all these videos and show the thumbnails on all of them. So that's really just going to make them pop more. So what we want, I'm going to go into all your videos so I can actually see some of your thumbnails. And unless I can tell, so it looks like you have a series of videos with these episodes, and you're using the same thumbnail on all of them. What do you guys think about the same exact thumbnail on every video in a series of videos? I originally I've actually did something similar on my other channel a while back, and then I went through and I tried to differentiate them a little bit, at the very least identifying the episode so people could quickly find the video that they wanted to by looking at the picture. So that might be something to consider. If you feel that your thumbnail is strong enough to pull people in, then you might want to do some episode indication or something that differentiates. Like I see on your more recent ones, it says you seem to have like a subtitle, "Lost for no reason, floating heads suck." Maybe incorporate that text on the actual thumbnail. And then you also want to find a way to incorporate all your thumbnails together in a cohesive brand. That is what I would suggest on that. You have a bunch of different playlists, so I would get those spread out on the main channel page. Yeah, what a lot of people do, like if you want to vary your thumbnails by topic, like if you play 4 different gaming channels and you want to create a variation in your theme per topic, that's fine. But what you want to do is you want to have that one unifying piece of that design that ties in your entire channel. So you kind of have that broader branding, whether it be a logo or whatever the case may be, that you put on all of them. But maybe all of video, or all of game A have like a green background and a certain type of style, and maybe game B has an orange background, whatever it is. You can get away with that, and certainly be engaging, but you want to try to let people know when they're watching one video and that other video comes up with a different color background that, hey, it's still your video, because you can get a lot of views from your own suggested videos, and you want to give people who are into your content every opportunity to find your other videos. So that's what I would say on Mental B. That is a nice looking channel art. Did you do that yourself? Okay. Phantom of Darkness, thank you for joining. I appreciate you stopping by. I love Roberto Blake. Roberto Blake, Daryl Eves, Brian G. Johnson, Nick Nimmin, Tim Schmoyer at Video Creators. Those are all YouTubers that you should definitely check out and subscribe to. That is the bulk of where I learned a lot of the information that I've learned. And one of the reasons that I actually created the Creator Fundamentals channel is because I thought that the people who are just starting out were kind of getting lost in the mix as some of those bigger channels tried to pivot or transition with the people that they had been helping, who were suddenly wanting more advanced information because, obviously their channels had grown. So my goal is to provide information to the people who really haven't dug into it yet and understand, what those fundamental aspects are that you want to put in place that should always be there regardless of how big you're getting, so they can work in the background and, your channel's firing on all cylinders. So that's a good move, Peacock Media Craze. Thank you, DJ, for providing that information on the customization. That is the way to go. I'm just going to scroll back. We got the How Do You Spread Your Channel playlist. That is all locked down. And let's see who we got back here. You can stare at me staring at the text because that's very engaging. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, nice banner. I use 2. And somebody said Casey who earlier. Is that a joke about Casey Neistat? He's like a ridiculously famous vlogger. Let's see. Yeah, see, I'd love to be able to go back through the chat and click on a bunch of... Oh, I'm being yelled at here. I'm receiving a message from the live stream thing about keyframe frequency. Bear with me just a moment so we can make sure that nothing's going to explode. And we will take a look here. All right, well, hopefully nothing explodes. If anything explodes on your end, let me know, and we will take a look at the next channel. Okay, I think, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody at the top here, and then we will grab the next channel. Anyway, what I was saying is that to be able to go in the live chat and kind of check mark a bunch of comments and make your own list, that would be ideal, because then I could just go back to all the people that volunteered. Here, we took care of that, and all right. So we made it through that first. I think we are to Tim77, I think you are next. Pulling up Tim77's channel. Right. All right. Here we have Tim77. Okay, and get back down to the bottom here. Oops. Stop that. All right, so Tim77. We have, now I'm kind of guessing by the background that this is a gaming channel. That looks like, click the subscribe button. That looks like gameplay in some form or fashion. And then I saw this icon, which made me think of like Fallout or something, but then I see the first video I see is Minecraft, so I feel like there's a little bit of there might be a little bit of disconnect between your channel art, your icon, and what your content is actually about. I mean, I get that it's probably gaming, but just think about ways that all the things can kind of be incorporated with each other. And let's see, you have your popular uploads. This is another thing. These are like the default playlist views. I would get in there. Let's see that you have playlists here, what we're looking at. I also see that you're you seem to be doing videos on a variety of different games, from Roblox to Minecraft and Turmoil. I'm not sure what that is. So I might... Hey, Hawk Gaming. That just puts you on the list. We'll take a look in a second. So might have a couple people ahead of you. But all right. So in this case, I would say you have a bunch of different playlists, but there's only a couple videos in each. I don't know if you have plans to create additional videos on each of these particular games. If so, as you increase the number of videos in each playlist, I would try to get those spread out on your homepage. I think it'll display 5 videos. So I would say as soon as you have a playlist with 4 or 5 videos, get it up on here, sort it by most views, so you're pushing the hottest content in front of the viewer first. You know, try to build up as many views as possible. So that is what I would suggest on that front. It's good that you have the playlists. Also, when we look at your videos, I would also try to work on some type of unity between your thumbnails, so when somebody comes across your video, they can tell it's yours. And like I was saying earlier, especially when you're a smaller channel, you tend to get more of the suggested video traffic from your own videos, and you want people to be able to look at those suggested videos that will appear over here while you're on the the right hand side while you're watching. You want to drive those people to your other videos if they like what they're seeing. And they won't know by looking at your thumbnails in all cases. I see like this one, you have Tim77 in the corner, which is cool. But you want to find a way to incorporate your brand on every thumbnail. And you can, like I said, you can go back over time and try to do that to all the previous ones. And that is what I would suggest for Tim77. And again, for those of you who joined the live stream late, I did a video that will be posted separately at the beginning of the live stream, and that will discuss 3 resources that you can be using to grow your channel on YouTube. So definitely check out the replay, give it a like, and watch those videos, and make sure you're taking advantage of all those resources. All right. All right, so we are going to take a peek at the next channel, and we will transition over here while we do it. Hello everybody. I'm just going to jump in the comments real quick, see what everybody's talking about, and then we'll head back and do some more channel reviews. Oh, I already said hello to Hawk Gaming. Thank you for checking out the live stream. I appreciate it. I see Nico is still here. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Christy Freya also awesome. And how has the ever since I've been getting these weird messages, can you guys tell me how the video and audio has been? Have you guys been seeing any buffering? It's and real quick, Phantom of Darkness, it's not about literally just starting. It's about, there are small YouTubers who have been on YouTube for more than a year who still don't do some of what I consider fundamental things for their channels. So it's not so much about time, it's about that information. For me, I was on YouTube for 2 years before I decided, hey, I should probably do some research and figure out what I should be doing. And once I started doing that, my channel started growing significantly faster than it was before. So the point is not so much people that are brand new to YouTube, it's people who are not yet educated on some of the things in terms of the inner workings of how YouTube works and how they can position their channel to maximize their growth potential. Hey Tim, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you found some of what we said in the channel review helpful, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next live stream. Thanks a lot. All right. So in part 2 of that Phantom of Darkness, it's never too early to start thinking about your brand. I know it may seem a little disjointed to be talking about brand when people are still trying to figure out how to make videos, but the sooner you understand the importance of brand, and it's really not, it's not super hard to get that stuff in the beginning, but what happens a lot of times is people start to grow and then they start to worry about brand, and then you have to do a lot of backtracking and try to make sure that that type of branding information is in place, especially with things like, you know, people will just name their channel because they're playing around on YouTube or whatever, and then if they happen to become big, then they don't have all their social media tied in. So there's definitely little things you can do in the beginning. It's not like you have to start a big marketing campaign, you know, and go out and push your brand. But there are some easy things you can do in the early stages of YouTube and your brand. You are a brand, whether you're an individual or a channel. It's all about brand. So whether you know it or not, or whether you focus on it or not, it is your brand. You know, once you put yourself in front of other people, your brand encompasses who you are, what you do, and what you're all about. So that's why I think that that type of information is valuable to people just starting out on YouTube. So I'm just going to scroll back here real quick. I think the next channel is... I saw Sean's comment. Yep, if you buy Brian G. Johnson's book, then you will feed a poodle. He has 2. All right, and I think we did Tim 77. So who is after Tim? Again, this chat is not conducive to finding. Trying to find what you really want to find here. Love. All right, so let's do this. Starting right now. If you would like your channel reviewed still and it has not yet been reviewed, please type volunteer right now. And I will do these in the order that they come in now, because trying to go back and find everything is really difficult. and there's a bit of a delay on the chat, so I will wait for it to catch up, and then I will know exactly who we're going to review next. Yeah, Tube Ritual Volume 1, if you haven't seen back there, that's really hard. I'm giving away that book during this live stream, so if you are interested in the Tube Ritual book, type "I want the Tube Ritual book" in the comments. And later on, I'll go through the comments. I'll pick one of you guys and give that book to you. Volunteers for channel review. All right, so you know what I'm going to do before all these things? Not that I have something to write on, but let's see here. I am going to make a note here. We are going to do in this order. Airborne Surfer, followed by DJ, followed by Hawk Gaming, awesome. Okay. All right, so it's good you guys got that in. Again, if you haven't done so yet, if you want to be in the running to win the Tube Ritual book back here, just put "I want the Tube Ritual book" in the live chat, and I will pick one of you guys later on from the chat, and I will send that book to you. All right. And then it's Let's Play Old Games. Thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate it. Hey, if you guys have any small YouTuber friends who you think would benefit from this and might want to stop by and check it out, definitely share this live stream on social media. I definitely have some time to do channel reviews and things like that if you know of anybody who might benefit from that type of information. So go ahead and share it out on Twitter and Facebook and anywhere else you guys hang out. All right, so here's the deal. We're doing Airborne Surfer, followed by DJ, Hawk Gaming, and Let's Play Old Games. So let me queue up Airborne Surfer. We will take a look at that channel and go from there. If you see me squinting, I totally misplaced my glasses before this live stream, and they would possibly benefit me in actually looking at a computer screen. So, alrighty, so let's get transitioned to Airborne Surfer's video or channel here. Transition Airborne Surfer, and let's take a look. Subscribe to Airborne Surfer. Airborne Surfer Adventurous, Geekery, and Other Distractions. How-tos, builds, reviews, shorts, retro fun. Well, that seems like a fun channel. President's Speech from Independence Day. All right. It's a good speech. And let's see what you got here. How-to... So, what do you guys think in the chat? Do you like to see channels that have all the different thumbs split out like this, being able to look at this, or something that looks like these? It's my personal opinion. I just like seeing the thumbnails split out. I feel like you can absorb more and kind of scan with your eyes quicker in this fashion. But yeah, I definitely love the Star Trek. I was gonna say Legos, but I'm not sure what kind of little guys are these in your channel art. They have joints on their elbows, so I'm assuming they're not Legos. All right, and then definitely so we've got Airborne Surfer, so you got your little icon guy there, but again, I'm not seeing the unity in thumbnails. And like I said, that goes a long way in helping you get more views because it helps people find your content more easily. You know, not that any of them are individually bad thumbnails, but you want somebody to be able to know that this is all your content. So I would probably, whether it be this little guy, if you know, created him with a transparent background or whatever, and just throw him in all your thumbnails so people can identify your content. And again, I can't say it enough, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of your traffic early on comes from your own suggested videos. So if somebody likes the video they're on and they want to check out a video on the right hand side and they can't tell which videos are yours, it could possibly, you know, stop you from getting some views. So anything you can do to say, hey, this is me, this is my content, if you like it, check out this, you want to try to do that. So, and again, you have multiple different topics, so you could do variations in your thumbnails to you know, show that they're from different topics, while also including that unifying theme. So that is what I would suggest on those. But yeah, I like I definitely like your header, and it even looks like I don't know, I see this little Star Trek guy, and this looks like Star Trek font, so that's pretty sweet. And I think we looked at your videos, and we know you have some playlists because I can see them. Yeah, and then just trying to get those playlists spread out, get your thumbnails unified, and I think you would be pretty good here. I just want to see how far along you are. And again, you definitely want to do your thumbnails by popularity, because it looks like you had a pretty big hit, 111,000 views on that video. Get that out to more people. You know, because some of those videos, I don't know what kind of traffic you get on that now. Sometimes some of the really high videos kind of drop off. But that's not to say that they can't get picked up again and, you know, get a little bit of traction. About the charge. I don't know how time sensitive the topic was, but in any event, that's what I would suggest for that. I suddenly went into like an accent there. Suddenly I was talking about your channel like I was from somewhere else. Alright. Okay, so now that I have my trusty list, I don't have to go through the comments, but we'll take a look real quick, make sure we're not missing anything. Update your thumbs. Oh, mini mates, cool. Very cool. Alright, so now we're going to check out DJ Tronic. Tro Media, or TRO Media, depending on how you choose to pronounce it. Already subscribed. So I'm trying to absorb your channel art. And what I would say is, I love the fact that you're telling people exactly what, here, I'm doing it again. There you go. I like the fact that you are telling people what you do on the channel, but it might be, anytime you can avoid you want to provide as much clarity as possible, and you may not want to present not that it's lack of commitment, but not being able to nail down which day you're doing videos. You might find a better way to phrase that, like new videos weekly, and leave it at that, rather than saying and or. It's something to consider. And also, this stuff up here is a little bit difficult to check out, especially for somebody who's not wearing his glasses like he should be. Affordable tech reviews, music, design tutorials, DIY builds, funny vlogs, skill building, and multimedia. So you're kind of a jack of all trades on your channel, it seems. We'll leave that one alone. So anyway, it's a cool looking header or channel art. I might consider trying to put a little contrast in these, maybe making the information there a little bit bigger, and maybe putting more emphasis on what the channel's about than the fact that you're doing new videos every week. And then you have this guy right here that says subscribe for weekly videos is kind of pointing off to nowhere. So I don't know if that's supposed to be lined up for something, or if that's what the deal is with that. So I don't know if you did this artwork yourself or you had somebody else do that, but might be something to consider. And let's take a look at your thumbnails. You definitely have your face in them, and they were actually having a conversation at VidCon. I actually watched somebody else who did a video on it. I didn't attend VidCon by any means, because all the cool stuff's on the West Coast, and I live in New York. So, in any event, but they were talking about thumbnails that have faces in them tend to be more engaging. So it's great that you have your face in your thumbnails, so people can identify them as yours. So even when you do mix it up and use things like the variations in font and placement and everything, people can still tell it's your content. You're using a high contrast font. It's nice and bold. It contrasts well against your background, and I can't tell, it almost looks like you have some shadowing on it to make sure that it pops off of the background. And again, with the what I would suggest is I think that I might consider keeping this to single playlists. And the other thing to consider, unless you have the playlists that have less than 5 videos, I might even filter those down the list and get all your full thumbnails with some good views at the top of your channel, so that that pops and people can check that out. And let me see your playlists here. Got a bunch of different playlists. Like videos. That's awesome. Yeah, guys, definitely, if you haven't clicked the like button on the live stream, please do that. I do appreciate it. I saw that from quite a few of these, so I appreciate you guys clicking that thumbs up. It definitely helps. All right. So yeah, I like your thumbnails. They definitely pop. Everybody can tell it's you. I might try to do as much contrast as you're able to create in your thumbnails. You have kind of this smoky effect in your channel art. Maybe make these additional information pop a little better, and maybe even consider a little bit less information. Your channel art, people's attention spans these days aren't huge, so you want to try to get to the point quickly. So that may be something to consider for future reference. But all in all, yeah, I like your thumbs. You got everybody can tell it's yours. So you're doing well on that. All right, gonna jump in the chat real quick and see what everybody's talking about here. art is a bit busy. Yeah, it did have a lot going on, and the smoky effect is kind of a challenge. Saying the top text is too small. Yeah, a lot of the same things to consider. Huh? It's mainly affordable tech camera. See, that would be DJ. That would be the good way to go. Affordable tech, camera gear, and entertainment. Boom. Do that right below your TRO or Tro Media, however you're pronouncing that, and call it a day. People know what it's about. You don't have to give them all that information. Arrow is for when you're on mobile. That's a cool concept, but it was one of the first things I noticed in your channel art when I first subscribed to your channel was that little arrow pointing off into no man's land there. Oh, nice. So you do the designs. Nice, DJ. A lot of small text might make that text bigger. Well, the good thing about doing the designs yourself is you probably have the original files, and making tweaks is a little bit easier for you. So, all in all, cool channel. Let's see. Thanks for the feedback, everyone. All right, so let's check out Hawk Gaming. And all right. So what happens on that transition, because I almost did it again, well, I did do it again for a split second. The chat window is up over one of the transition screens, so it's not immediately apparent to me. And because I made that list, I had the chat screen over one, I had the list of who's next over the other one, and I couldn't tell that I wasn't on the screen, but we will make sure we keep that under wraps. All right, and then we'll look real quick. We said we are doing Hawk Gaming. Awesome. Hawk Gaming. Well, there's a challenge. There are 2 Hawk Gaming. Oh, there are 3 Hawk Gaming channels. Let me scroll up and look at Hawk Gaming's icon to see which one of these is his. Hawk Gaming, which one of these is your channel? Apparently Hawk Gaming is a very popular channel name. Is Hawk Gaming still hanging out? Oh, Hawk Gaming Prime. Did I not type it right? Maybe that's my bad. All right. Is that this one? No. Hawk Gaming Prime channel. So it's this guy? No, I don't think that's it. Oh, yeah. The one with the hawk icon. All right, well, let's go back here, and you can tell me. Well, if you guys, I did a video on choosing your YouTube channel name, and this is one of the challenges that you face, is if somebody hears about you and wants to go check out your channel, and they're faced with this, then it presents a challenge for people to find your content. So you want to make sure that you can differentiate your channel. It's called Hawk Gaming Live on my custom URL. Okay, so let's do that. Hawk Gaming Live. There we go. So one of the things you can do, Hawk Gaming, is create a hashtag or some unique name that you use, like Hawk Gaming Live, and include that in the description and the keywords on all of your videos, and also the keywords on your channel. So when you are directing people to check out your channel, you can provide that hashtag or phrase or whatever the case, so people can find your channel. That's one of the ways to overcome the issue when you're faced with other people who have the same channel name as yours. So that's one thing to consider. So let's check out Hawk Gaming. So here it is, Hawk Gaming subscribed. Hawk Gaming, the official channel of Hawk Gaming, subscribe for quality content. Yeah, Hawk, once you have, so I don't know if you guys know this, but once you have a custom URL, you don't actually have to put the /c in front of it to get to it. You can do YouTube / your custom URL and it'll go straight to your channel. So that is one thing. All right, so Hawk Gaming, we have, that's a nice clean header. It tells you what exactly is the channel's about. Obviously, it's a gaming channel. And you are providing a call to action to subscribe. And we have, yep, you got your horizontal playlists. And I see you are doing the rounded corners on your thumbnails for some of these guys. I like your thumbnails, but again, you want to find a way to incorporate your branding into all of them so people can find your videos. And early on, like I said, we're calling it branding, but it's not. I think people don't often look at branding in terms of, or a lot of times they think of it in terms of, trying to make money and all of that. And in this case, it's basically just making yourself identifiable, which is in your benefit when people want to find your content and you want to drive people to watch other videos that you've made. So that's what we mean when we're talking about branding. It's not, from a business standpoint necessarily. Right now, you're just trying to, it's kind of like your name. If somebody looks at you, they want to know that your name is John, and you can remind everybody that your name is John over and over again. And it's kind of like having your name tag on at a convention or something. So definitely want to incorporate that into all your stuff. What do you guys think about the round thumbnails? I've seen them a few times, and sometimes they look really cool. I mean, I think these are really, really sharp looking. But I wonder what will happen when a bunch of people start doing it, whether they will stand out as unique or not. So definitely doing gaming content. You got your vertical videos checked out. Let's see here. Check out the actual videos. And again, we talked about the variation in thumbnail design for different playlists. You can do that as well. You have all your playlists. You have 3 different playlists. Daryl Eves actually suggests creating a lot of playlists on a fairly regular basis and trying to add content to them. So as you grow, definitely consider the different ways you can create playlists. You don't even necessarily have to expose all of those playlists on your channel page, but mixing up your content and adding it to a thumblet or a playlist can help you as well. So I wanted to see how it's popular. Yeah, so again, I mean, a lot of channels are this way. You have some videos that took off better than the others, so you always want to try to get that content forefront, so people can check it out and try to drive additional views and get people to convert to subscribers on your channel. So that is what I would suggest for Hawk Gaming. Yeah, I would imagine on the dark background, the round corners don't look like round corners anymore. They look like white corners, right? Because that's I assume that's how you're getting that effect, is by creating cutouts, like white cutouts in the corners. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, because I actually haven't done the round thumbnail thing, but that's how I would do it if I was trying to create a round thumbnail in GIMP or whatever. All right, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so Hawk Gaming. Let's play old games. Let's take a look at that. And all right. Let's play old games. All right, so let me just verify here by looking in the chat. You still with us? Let's play old games. Yep, there we go. That is a match on the icon, so we are good to check out this channel. All right, let's play old games. New videos daily. That is ambitious. Good for you. We will subscribe to the channel. Now here is the kicker. And you are pumping out the videos. You're doing multiple videos a day. Well, that's a great way to kick off a channel. Alright, so looking at... Alright, so you're definitely pumping out the material. What I want to actually look at here... again, same thing, and this is why channel reviews can be helpful even if your channel is not reviewed, because a lot of it's repetition. A lot of it is the common things that people should be doing that they either don't know to do or whatever the case may be. So, you know, cool looking thumbnails, but I would find a way to incorporate them all with each other and try to tie everything that's going on up here into your thumbnails down here. Now, the other thing that I wanted to check here. All right, so your newest videos, and I just want to see how we're actually doing. All right, so one of the things you can do as a small YouTuber, and I don't know how often that you do that, but the community aspect for small YouTubers is huge. When you're initially trying to get, I see some of your videos, you know, you've had them out there, it looks like you just put out one a few hours ago or a day ago. The traction on them is a little bit slow. So definitely want to engage in small or, you know, YouTuber communities. And it's a really great way to get some of that traction on your videos early on. That website that I mentioned previously called Trending. Go to trending.com and start sharing your videos there. It's a smaller audience, more intimate audience, and you have a much better chance of getting visibility on your videos when they're just starting out, and, you know, pushing your view counts out and growing your channel. And the more that you can drive your views, the better. Now, one of the other things that I can't look at here at the moment, but keywords. You want to, when you're making these videos, you want to try to find keyword phrases that are, you know, relevant to your topic and don't have a lot of competition. So, you know, you want to find, especially starting out, some keyword phrases that target low traffic, but also low or very low competition, and that'll help you get brought up in search and that kind of thing, and try to drive some more views to your channel. Just checking out the chat here real quick while let's play videos. You're listed as related to LGR. Very cool. All right. So yeah, small YouTuber community. Actually, Kjpargeter, if she's still here, is the admin of that group. Go over and join that on Facebook. You can join the Creator Fundamentals Facebook group, and you know, start interacting with other small YouTubers and get some people to check out your videos and see what you're all about. So that was the last of the channel reviews. Now, given the time, I definitely want to hang on a second here. Give me just a moment while I go through the chat. All right, so hang on, let's do this. That's a good idea. Okay. We're going to give away that Tube Ritual book here in just a moment. I think that's a good thing to do next. While I'm straightening this out, tell me where you guys are all from. Oh yeah, let's check out Christy Freya's. It's actually my I can't see the screen face, Christy. All right, so let's check out Christy Freya's channel here real quick. And then we will give away that Tube Ritual book. And all right, all right, all right. All right, so we will check out Christy Freya and her channel. This is Christy Freya's YouTube channel. Vlogs, projects, and lots of other stuff. And Christy definitely covers a lot of different variety. If you're ever looking for a cereal expert, she is the one to go to because she actually has a number of videos about cereal. Christy sporting her new red hair. So Christy has actually updated her channel art fairly recently. It's straight to the point. It tells you exactly what you would expect to find on her channel. She's using her face in her thumbnails, so that is the branding. And I would, as I've told everybody else, the horizontal playlists like this one, I would continue that throughout the front page of the channel to get more exposure to all the videos inside these playlists. So like I said, people are going to scroll, they're going to look quickly, they may not want to go in here and drill into this and then read what your you know, what the different ones are. So that is the recommendation on that. And I am already subscribed to Christy. And again, because, and it can be as simple, your branding can be as simple as using your face in your thumbnails, because it's very easy to determine whose thumbnails they are and what to expect. So, I believe actually, and again, the opportunity to sort your playlists by popularity can help you drive more views to the channel. And how many playlists? Enough playlists to be able to expand those out on that front channel. And then we'll look at the About section, make sure that's filled out. Oh, that's a neat, interesting touch. She's got her her milestones listed in her About page. She explains who she is and what she's doing. And Christy is actually also a, whatever Facebook calls them, mediator or whatever in the Creator Fundamentals Facebook group. So she's very friendly and happy to chat with you. So if you have any questions, she's a good one to ask in terms of how to use the whole Facebook group thing. Alright, so is there anybody that we missed on the channel reviews? I think we can wrap those up and hand out that book. Anybody else lagging? All right, so give me put that there. Who's that, James? All right, so I just want to, okay, go back to, all right, so the winner of the Tube Ritual book and chat's not being my friend once again. Check real quick. The winner of the Tube Ritual book is Mental B. Congratulations, Mental B. You can send me a message on Facebook, or I can get in touch with you through your channel to find out where you want that book sent. But you are the winner of Tube Ritual Volume 1. It is an excellent book. I definitely recommend everybody check it out and read it. It's now on Kindle and paperback. On the replay of this video, I will share a link where you can hop over to Amazon and grab a copy. So if you're still interested in reading it, it's, I don't know, it's less than $20. So it's definitely a good read if you are serious about growing your YouTube channel and you want to find the ways in which the people who have been successful, like I said, Brian G. Johnson exceeded 10,000 views or 10,000 subscribers in his first year. So, and that's not to get discouraged, because a lot of these people, Brian G. Johnson didn't just start YouTube in a year and grow 10,000 subscribers. He had other channels that failed. He had been on YouTube for like 10 years. And then he finally figured it out and created a new channel and applied everything he had learned to the channel, and then grew the 10,000. So you have the opportunity now to take advantage of learning from what everybody else has done, and more importantly, the mistakes and what not to do, to really help your current channel grow and reach, obviously additional levels of success and try to grow a little bit faster. So congrats to Mental B on winning that book. All right, so now I figured what I can do. Maybe we'll save that for the next live stream. But if there's any other channel reviews or any other questions that anybody has, we will handle them now. Otherwise, we have been on this live stream for 2 hours, so thank you so much for spending that time with me. That is completely awesome. I'm thrilled that you guys stopped to hang out on Creator Fundamentals, and I look forward to the next live stream. As I mentioned, we covered the top 3 resources that you can use to grow your YouTube channel at the beginning of this live stream. So we will, I will release that as a video here shortly. Lovely Kid Japan, thanks for joining. I think the first live stream turned out good. If you haven't clicked the like button, please click the like button. I truly appreciate it. that will definitely help the channel, and I want to continue to grow this channel alongside with your channels as you grow, and you know, together we can build a foundation for YouTube success. Thank you so much, everybody. Like I said, I'll have the replay up as soon as I can. I appreciate you guys spending the last 2 hours with me. It's been awesome. And I look forward to seeing you guys at the next live stream. Thanks a lot, guys. See you guys later.